Hello YouTube, this is JeffCon123. I just wanted to do a short video on this new knife that I just got. Um, it seems to be pretty new. I saw one review of the actual guy that distributes these, I guess. So I just got mine yesterday. This is the Chaves redencion clone. This knife, guys, I gotta be honest with you. This thing, I'm blown away because I'm one of those guys that doesn't mind buying expensive knives. I've had Sabinzas and Num Zons. I even had a Todd Begg Bodega at one point in time, the field grade model. Always wanted a redencion, but the money is it just isn't there. It's just too much money for me. Same with the 228. I bought a Hinder XM18 instead of the 228, and I really feel stupid for that. So I just wanted to run you through a couple things on this knife, just a few quick specs and a couple size comparisons to a couple other knives. But I gotta tell you, for the money, this is amazing. The quality is outstanding. It's a huge, heavy ass knife, but amazing quality. I absolutely love it. Anyways. So I got this off of AliExpress. It was $121. Got to me, I think I ordered it on the 5th of October, and it got to me the yesterday, so the 23rd of October. So it took about 18 days. Huge, thick knife. I mean, as you can see, just ridiculous. It's humongous, and it's heavy as hell too. I didn't get a weight on it, but it's easily heavier than any other knife that I have. But anyways, flicks out so easy, like you wouldn't even imagine. I think because the knife is just so heavy, the blade stock is just so thick that just the weight of it is easy to flick open. Now it's one of those knives that just kind of falls closed. It's smooth. Probably as smooth as my ZT 0561. Flicks right out. Like I said, it's smooth. There's no play. It's probably one of the tightest locking knives I've ever had. Sorry, I'm kind of working with a weird camera here, so it's trying to focus and shit. But you can see the lockups at, like, I don't know, I'd say probably, I don't know what you'd call that, maybe 30%, something like that. But falls closed under its own weight. I took a magnet to this pocket clip here, and it does not stick. I don't know if this is titanium. The seller says it is. I'm not 100% sure, but it is milled out like the real deal. I mean, I don't have a real redencion to compare this to, but as far as I can tell, for the money, I mean, it's just amazing. Sorry about that. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, it's fucking legit, yo. You guys should totally buy one of these. You know, if you're one of those people that want something but don't have the money, fuck it, man. Who cares about clones? You know what I mean? Like, if you want to buy something on your own time but you don't have the money, fuck spending $1,000 on a knife, man. Just go with one of these clones. Let's see. On here, we're right about five and a quarter inch closed, and about, I want to say it's 8, damn near 9 inches open. It's like 8 and 3/4 of an inch open, 8 and 3/4 of an inch, I should say. But really great. Supposedly this is D2 steel. I'm not saying the grinds are pretty even. I checked it out on both sides. The grinds are fairly even. It's not hair whittling sharp, but it's pretty fucking sharp. I mean, for being such a thick blade stock, I can understand that getting a hair whittling edge. This is more of a utility edge, as I would call it. Just sharp enough to cut shit, but not like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna fucking pop the hairs right off my arms. But anyways, we'll just set that there for a second. I'll just give you a couple size comparisons. Let's see, I've got a a Boker, sorry, a Kwaikin, the VG10, the newer model, the newest model, anyways. Set next to it, you can see it's it's quite a bit thicker, but it's long as fuck. It's a big ass knife. I'm telling you, it's heavy too. Uh, this actually is a Cold Steel Mackinaw Hunter. I had Randy Johnson at Johnson Knives do this for me. It's got forest green G10, stonewashed the entire thing. Took those nasty fake ass bolster Delrin stag looking things off of there. This knife is actually, it's stainless. Like this whole thing is steel, so it's heavy. This knife actually rivals this in weight. But fucking love this knife. You know, I had one before that he pimped for me, and I got rid of it, and man, I just hated myself for it. So had him do another one for me, and it'll stay in the collection. But I like that knife a lot. Those are two of the bigger knives to compare it to. Here's kind of a mid-range. This is the Kershaw Launch 2. Really like this knife. Not a huge fan of automatics, but I got this just to try it out, and so far so good. Sharp. Oh man, this thing is just redonkulously sharp, and I've been using it for like probably a month and a half, 2 months. But for the money for this automatic, I mean, if you like Protex and shit like that, this knife is a good option because it only cost me like $85, and it's fucking razor sharp. It flips out really fast. Super nice. Let's try something a little bit smaller. We've got the Decade Edition Boker Nano, VG10 steel. Really like this knife. It's pretty fucking sharp. I carried it for a while, but then I started getting back into bigger knives, and now I'm like all about carrying bigger knives. So we're kind of back in that like bigger knife sort of thing. But you can see just how much bigger. Fuck, this lighting's all fucked up. Let me move these guys here. But you can see that son of a bitch is smaller than just the handle is really on that guy. Then we got your, let's see, going through all my knives here. I've got the Griptilian, just the sheep's foot model. I've got some custom scales that I'm going to throw on this, but I don't know. Just carrying it for a while. Buddy gave this to me. We made it a trade, so it's kind of got sentimental value to me. So he's kind of the only guy that I really talk to about knives. So it's pretty awesome. Cold Steel, American Lawman. This is the old AUS 8 model. I sanded down all the G10 on the scales. This stupid little lanyard. I don't know why it's on there. Stripped all the coating off of the blade and the lock bar and stuff like that, just to give it that look. I like this look. But now they make them in different color G10. They make them in OD green. I think they make them in coyote tan. But with the new blade steel, I might have to pick one up. Actually, I like the green ones a lot, but I like the way that it fits in my hand. And but yeah, this is kind of one of those knives that I'll just fucking thrash because I don't give a fuck. You know, it's old and been using it quite a bit. Cold Steel Holdout 3. Really like this knife for EDC. Sometimes when I'm jogging or something like that, it's super lightweight. But I've had this knife for like 4 years now, and it's still fucking, it's sharp still even to this day. Like I just strop it and it stays sharp. But good for lightweight. I mean, this thing's probably one of the lightest knives I have in my collection. But really dig it. Just the shape is cool. And then on, let's see, even smaller, we went with the Boker. We've got the Subclaw and the Warncom, both really cool knives. Hard to find the Warncom now, and actually both of them, well, maybe not the Subclaw, but the Warncom. I had a hard time finding this. I actually picked it up on eBay for $30. Just a random guy threw it out. It was in his collection, and I was like, man, I really want that. What would it take to buy it straight up? And he said, I'll get $30 and it's yours. So I went ahead and bought it right off the bat. And then even smaller, the Squarehead by Spyderco, which I found this kick-ass little bead online, so I thought that was kind of ironic. It's a little brass Spyderco bead, even though it's unlicensed. But you got like here, we'll compare it to this little Warncom here. You got this, And then this little bastard's actually smaller, so this thing's fucking crazy sharp. I used this when I was working at a packaging deal. I was just opening boxes and things like that with it, but I still carry it. It's kind of a backup thing. I'll throw it in my backpack or whatever, just if I'm going somewhere. Or, you know, actually in a coat pocket works really good too. So, but yeah, these are my knives. This is most of my collection. This was mostly just focusing on this redencion clone. Redencion. I called it the rendition for like years until like I saw this on AliExpress and I fucking freaked out because I thought this was the 228 model, but when I got it, man, when the package handler handed me the box, it was so heavy, like it's fucking redonkulously heavy. So I mean, if all else fails, you could just fucking punch somebody in the head with it if you really wanted to. But anyways, I want to show you a couple other things I had going on. I caught hell for this on Instagram for making these snailer clones, the Voxnays snail clones. As you can see, this was the first one I made. Way bigger than I anticipated. You can see the gap in the finger there. I just guessed on the size, so this is just a raw cut off of the water jet. So took it back to the drawing board. Well, not so much a drawing board, but back to my my water jet guy, and got them shrank down to the right size. This one's just tumbled, basically, just a tumbled finish, but it fits so much nicer in the hand than the other one does. I just had it shrank, basically just shrank the size. So I got that. Then I had a couple ran in brass, which I gave to some friends, just some close friends and some nice knife people. So there's that. There's the little one. Then I went straight to the next design on the Ping. Made a couple of these, far too big. I just gave the guy a picture, but he didn't have any scale, so he just guessed on it. So I mean, it's way too big. I'm having these shrunk currently, but you can tell this is the Ping bottle opener. And I mean, the only difference is I didn't drill the feet out because I didn't see any point really. I could just throw a lanyard on there if I really wanted to, but so. And then the newest one I just pulled out actually a couple weeks ago was the Sulky Seahorse here. I only made 3 of these, and I gave them to 3 really well. I kept one for myself and gave 2 to really close friends, like only people that I knew really wanted them. Plus, I'd given them one of these other clones as well too, so they have a complete set. I've got a few more. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I haven't really. I'll be honest with you. I made them. And people just started freaking out about it, so I just kind of I got off of Instagram and just decided to keep it to myself. But now they just sit in a box. It's pretty much just a conversation piece. I'll carry one pretty much every day. I'll just grab one, whichever one. And if somebody asks me about it, I'm like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. I'll try to explain it to them, and they're like, holy shit, who would pay that much for a piece of steel? And I said, you know what? I agree, and I say the same thing. Fucking some people are just crazy. But anyways, those are my knives. Mostly the Redencion clone is the one that I wanted to talk about, but I figured I'd show you the rest of mine just to give you a peek of what I'm carrying around. I'm looking to actually. I've got a friend that's trading me a Omnumzon clone, which I've heard good things. I've never had an actual clone. I had the original model with the old style pivot, and then I had a new pivot Tonto, which is what I'm after now. Actually, I'd pretty much sell these. Besides these, I'd sell all these just to come up with the money to buy a Tontozon. If you're interested, just give me a shout out. I'll give you prices. I'll give you good deals on all of them. Well, I don't know about this guy, but since it's kind of like voided warranty kind of shit, so just hit me up. But for real, like if you guys are looking to get this clone, man, I would highly suggest it. It's fucking ridiculous. It's just super nice. It's smooth. Flicks right out. It locks up like a bank vault. Supposedly it's D2 steel, like 5960 hard rock, or on the Rockwell scale, I should say, the hardness 5960. So But yeah, and I'll get back to you on this because I'm not 100% sure what material this is. I'm gonna try to anodize it and see what happens, but you never know. So if you have any questions, leave a comment. If not, well, then don't comment. Just get the fuck off this video and go watch something else. And if anything, you guys have any questions or you're interested in any of these, just give me a shout out. Or if you want to trade or something like that, just let me know. I'm always open to trade. So just hit me up.